Yup, I'm healing. Kinda. Trying. Sorta. Back in therapy, baby. Reporting for the order. It's Michelle in the middle, where the chaos is real. We laugh, we cry, we try. It's time to talk about how we feel. It's Michelle in the middle, where the chaos is real. We laugh, we cry, we try. It's time to talk about how we feel.
Yeah, like I said, no schedule here. Just whenever I feel like talking. So this is rambling session number 2. And for those of you who've ever done therapy or currently in therapy, have you ever had a session that after the session you just had to take a nap? Just had to go to sleep. To be fair, I was tired before the session, so I can't say that. And I am a Pisces. We like our sleep. But today's session was like, I don't know. Um, Very interesting where I found myself. Like, I'm literally an onion to myself, learning things about myself. So, fully aware that there's something called trauma amnesia. Basically, that your body mentally compartmentalizes things to protect you, right? Emotionally, psychologically, things of that nature. And when you have traumatic experiences, it's not uncommon for you to forget things, memory loss, things going on around that time. That's not a surprise for me. Fully aware of that. What I did not know, or I just never put it two and two together, is that grief could do that too. So dissociation, right? It's a form of dissociation. And for people who say disassociation, it's not disassociation. There's no A there. Just throwing that out there. Dissociation. So in my session, I'm talking back and forth with my therapist, and I'm just trying to understand, like, what's the point of feelings? Fully aware that statement in itself is a cause for concern. But stay with me here. What's the point of feelings and emotion, right? I feel it slows you down. Why do I need to feel sorrow? Why do I need to feel pain and grief if I can acknowledge it and keep it moving? And I really meant that. Like, I don't see what the point is. And she's like, to get to the other side. To get to the other side. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. So she starts talking about a memory she had with her mom. It was rather funny. It was funny. And she said it will help you instead of when you have memories and think about that person and be sad, you can think about the person or events that you've experienced and laugh. To which she said, "Is there anything you can think of?" And holy freaking cow, when I tell you nothing, I am sitting here telling you right now, I cannot pull any memory up with my mother. The last few memories I have, the ones I can't pull up, were the last few days and weeks that she was alive. I cannot pull or recall anything to even laugh about. So that was unnerving. So then I was like, maybe I'm tripping. So I tried to do it with my friend who was murdered. I can't freaking pull any memory up. So in that moment, which was scary, I'm sitting here like, what is happening? And that's when she said, and that's why you have to finish the grief cycle so you can get back to those memories. I have compartmentalized so much through my life, starting back when I was a child and going through that abusive situation, and then the abusive relationships and the sexual violence trauma I experienced in the military, I've compartmentalized so much with that level of trauma. My body automatically pushes stuff off in a way that causes pain, which grief does. So then I was like, well, I didn't think it was connected to grief, right? I'm like, I can see trauma amnesia. I study trauma enough to understand there is a such thing as trauma amnesia, where you don't remember details or things around the event of what happened, what occurred. Did not realize it could attach to grief in the grieving process or lack thereof in my case. So then I was like, well, now I'm concerned because is this early onset dementia? Like, is something wrong with my brain? And I'm like trying to recall other things, which I can. I recall other things just fine. It's just anything associated with the people who have passed. How is that for mind blown? Sort of, kind of, figuratively, literally, whatever. Um, I have amnesia due to trauma and grief. That is crazy. And here's the thing where it really gets jacked up. It jumps from just grieving to relationships. So if I see or feel that there's pain coming from a certain person, individual, whatever, I go ahead, pack it up, stick it into the back of the memory bank, and forget about it. Which, as you can see, can be problematic, and probably why I'm still single. Um, and probably the only person that has been able to beat that thing that I do has avoidant issues. So, triggers just triggering triggers there. So, yeah, it's real fun in my head. Real fun. Oh my gosh. Being a human is exhausting. Because there's a part of me that still says, what's the point of all that? And I think if I didn't have so many people die this year, like I said, I don't know if I said this. I've had 5 people die on me this year. 3 family, one an extremely close friend, and another who used to work for me, and my dog. All this year, right? And my brain, my emotions, everything just tapped out. Like, I think the area where I've been storing all of this stuff just got too full. That corner got too full, and all the boxes fell. I don't know. But I think if that didn't happen, I would feel like this is completely normal. Like, why is this such a big deal? Why do I have to feel the emotions? Why do I have to feel them? Why? To which my therapist said, emotion or I motion, the point is to move through the event, not get stuck. Which I've been stuck for a very long time. So, what did I learn today, and what maybe could help you? If you are going through a grieving process and your memory seems to be off about the person, or you can't seem to remember things at all about your time together, you totally could be experiencing an amnesia based off the loss. And I guess for me, because that's another question, it's like, how do I know I'm doing this thing right? Like, for the past 20 some odd years, I thought I was good. How do I know I'm doing it right? And she said, maybe when when you're able to start recalling memories back. So on the other side of healing, on the other side of this grief process, are your memories. So you can recall those back and laugh again, smile again, right? So I was like, okay, good point there. But a challenge to that is growing up in a military household, right? Both my parents, active duty, Air Force, Navy, so I'm bilingual. Ha ha. And then I went into the Air Force myself, the only kid, only one of their kids that went in. And more of that programming of compartmentalizing, of not showing emotion, of pushing it aside, that's what I've done. And it's worked for me. I mean, I'm here. I'm still here. Not the best coping skills, but there could be worse. But I say all that to say that this is exhausting. This is exhausting work. The homework she gave me, I have to explain what healthy responses to a multitude of emotion. And the scary part was the painful ones, the anger ones, the sad ones. I don't know. And I read books, right? I'm in a PhD program for psychology. So yeah, on paper, I could tell you. I can give you bullet points. I can give you peer-reviewed journals on where you can refer and reference. But for me as a person, what is that supposed to look like? I have no idea because it's always looked like pack it up, push it to the side, and walk away. So, yeah, we're going into the holiday season, which is never a great season for me, and trying to figure out how I'm supposed to respond to healthy, how to respond in a healthy way to emotions because apparently packing things up and putting them into the darkest part of your mind isn't working out for me. So yeah, well, I guess this is rambling session number 2. Like I said, there's no schedule to this, but hopefully there might be some people out there who can relate and maybe find comfort in the fact that you're not alone and by yourself. If you are somebody who deals with trauma, amnesia, forgetfulness, or you just can't recall memories around a certain event, that time frame, or of a person, whew, your brain is trying to protect you, and it's really strong because for me not to be able to recall memories of my own mother because they hurt so much, I don't know whether to be amazed at the capacity that what the mind can do, or terribly sad that it has to do it or feels like it needs to. So yeah, fun. As I said, being a human is exhausting, but I guess we'll all get through it one day at a time until it's a wrap. Dark humor for the win. So until next time, to next session, take care of yourselves, drink your water, and yeah, I'm really really trying hard to get unstuck out of the middle. Talk to you soon.